Got my legal hustle, welcome to the trap. I can blow a stack, bet I make it back. You can hit my line if you need a track. But we can't even talk if it ain't about the bag. What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. The top story in all of music and the music business industry, all that right now, is Gunna is coming home. I just got my hands on this complex article describing everything that's happened, the terms and conditions under which he's going to be coming home soon. So I'm going to read this to y'all, man. I'm not acting like I got this information myself. I'm not going to act like I just conjured up some details out of thin air. I'm just going to read this article to y'all so you understand what's going down. These are not my words. I'm just relaying the information to y'all the best way that I can. All right, let's get to it. So Complex says Gunna is finally coming home. His attorney Steve Sato and Don Samuel announced today 29-year-old rapper, legal name Sergio Kitchens, entered into a plea deal in which he received a time-served suspended sentence. The Georgia native has remained behind bars since mid-May, shortly after he and other YSL associates were listed in a sweeping RICO indictment. Direct quote from Gunna, he says, "When I became affiliated with YSL in 2016, I did not consider it a gang, more like a group of people from Metro Atlanta who had common interests and artistic aspirations." He says, "My focus of YSL was entertainment, rap artists who wrote and performed music that exaggerated and glorified urban life in the black community. While I have agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case, and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way." Now, this statement here is going to let y'all know, or it should let y'all know very clearly, because he's talking to the streets of Atlanta. He's talking to everybody who's consuming his music up front and center. He is saying to the world, I did not snitch. I did not implicate nobody on these charges. I don't want to have nothing to do with the trial. I will accept my guilt. He says, my intention was to be a rap artist. I'm an artist. And yes, we do talk about elements of truth, but this is all stuff that's coming up out of my head, my creativity. I am an artist. So anything that happens to line up with a real life event is purely coincidence. Now, at this point, I'm speaking with my own perspective, but the quote was from Gunna. So he continues, "I've chosen to end my own RICO case with an Alford plea and end my personal ordeal by publicly acknowledging my association with YSL." Of course, we know his affiliation because he signed to the label. "An Alford plea in my case is the entry of a guilty plea to the one charge against me, which is in my best interest, while at the same time maintaining my innocence toward the same charge." So this is kind of like some duplicitous type thing, man, where you're saying I'm guilty, but I'm innocent. That's a very interesting situation. "I love and cherish my association with YSL Music and always will. I look at this as an opportunity to give back to my community and educate young men and women that gangs and violence only lead to destruction." End the quote there. Now, of course, given the information that we have here, there's going to be a lot of people out here that still are going to accuse Gunna that he had to have snitched. You know what I'm saying? It's similar to the T.I. situation. You know what I mean? Like, although he didn't have any formal statement that was released to put anybody else in harm's way or put anyone else on the radar of the police, people still believe that T.I. had to snitch on somebody because of the immense charges that were placed on him, and he got away pretty much scot-free. He served a little bit of time in jail. He had to do a little Crime Stoppers campaign, and he basically was free to go. People are going to look at this Gunna situation with the exact same perspective. They're going to be like, man, there's no way that he ain't tell on nobody for him to be getting out early. Now, he was given a 5-year sentence, but they're also applying time served away from that sentence. And it's looking like he may not have to do no time behind bars. All he has to do is serve 500 hours of community service. And 500 hours is the equivalent to about 20 days. Of course, he can't go and do community service 24 hours a day. So that's going to be broken up, probably be a few months of community service. And then he's going to go about his life, probably get back to music, get back to his businesses, back to doing charitable things in the College Park area where he's from. And he's going to be able to act like this never happened. Only problem here is that Young Thug looks like he's still going to have to face trial in January. At this point, I have nothing further to offer on the subject, but let me know what you guys think of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. And if this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Much love and respect, y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.